All right, so today I'm going to be talking about a kind of a concept that has been shared a lot in the last few years, and I've actually shared this before, but it's also kind of a precursor or prerequisite to understand this book here, Your Wish is Your Command. Kevin Trudeau talks about this, which is really, really big, which is that everything is energy, right? And you think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. I think that's what Nikola Tesla said. And it is literally, when you think about it, it's this is not some woo-woo thing. It's actually like quantum science, quantum physics, where if you look at like the smallest molecule in our bodies, right? At one point, scientists thought it was the atom, right? Where the smallest molecules, the thing, smallest thing in the planet was an atom, right? Everything was made up of atoms. And then they looked deeper when they had instruments that can see and magnify it at an even deeper level. They found that actually smaller than the atom was composed of electrons and had a nucleus, right, and protons. And that's kind of what they saw was the smallest, even smaller than atoms. And then if you look even deeper into that, they saw that the molecules like the electrons and the protons and the nucleus, there wasn't anything there inside. So it's just a bunch of like vibrations. And so if you think about that, everything in the world is made up of these atoms, right? You, me, this camera, the computer, everything is an atom, but it's vibrating at a frequency and that it seems like it's solid or physical matter. So when you think about anything in the world, right, or let's just say human beings, we are all made of the same atoms, right? The same kind of um, scientific, what's the word I'm looking for here? Ingredients, right? And the only difference between all of us is that we're vibrating at a different frequency. And in order to vibrate at a certain frequency, that's all internal, right? And that's kind of how our brain works. That's how our heart works. That's how emotions and energy works. And so our thoughts create the vibrations and the energy and the feelings. And so if you think about that, then really we can create and be, do, have anything that we want if we can change the way that we think, if we can control our thoughts, our frequencies, our vibrations, and literally create the life that we want. A perfect example of this is there was a doctor or a scientist in Japan, Dr. Emoto, I believe was his name, and he studied water. Like he looked at water under a microscope. And what he would do is he would have people either send out, right, their intentions or think about something. So our brains are like receivers, like the transmitters and receivers, kind of like a frequency of a radio frequency or a cell phone tower sends out frequencies. Our brains have that power too. And he would have these droplets of water and he would have people either send out an intention, and I think he also just wrote the words outside, like put them in like a vial, wrote the certain words outside. So on one of them, he'd write love and joy and happiness, and then others is like I hate you, kill, sadness, right, death, whatever. And he would look at these molecules of water under a microscope, and he'd see like the beauty of, right, love and joy and happiness and all these, like they look really, really beautiful. And then the negative ones like hurt you, I want to kill you, or hate, or they just look really ugly. So it's like that is the power of vibration and energy and frequency. And so this is really good. I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, whoa, it really makes you think, right? Even just like with the human body, we're made up of what, like 70% water? So then we think about, okay, well, and on average, the human has about 50 to 70,000 thoughts per day, and 70% of those thoughts are negative. So we're having anywhere from like 30 to 40,000 negative thoughts a day, and imagine what that's doing to our cells. And so when you think about like everything is energy and frequency and vibration, and that our thoughts can create different things, then what if we were able to create a new habit to choose to think more positive, happy, joyful thoughts? And it's easier said than done, right? Because we have been so conditioned and programmed by our past and our traumas and our experiences and everything that we've gone through, that we just have this normal habit to kind of look at things from a negative perspective or a negative lens, or oh, what happens if this some bad thing happens, or what if it doesn't go the way that I plan, or what if I get rejected, or all of these things, because maybe something's happened in the past that was bad, and now we're trying to guard and protect ourselves. And so, through this book, Your Wish is Your Command, what I'm finding is that the more that I focus on the things that I want and wanting to feel good and feel better, I'm noticing that there is resistance that comes up. Now, the beauty, and I'm really grateful I have this ability because the last 10 years is what I've been working on. I've found a way, my own kind of technique, to be able to feel better fairly quickly and to not just ignore or cancel out like the negative programming, but to actually understand it and to kind of transcend it in the highest and best way possible. And so I've been doing that a lot lately, and it's really been shifting and changing my life, my perspective, all these different things. But this video really is just to help you understand like energy, frequency, and vibration is so important, that's what, if we focus on that, if we can shift, bring our energy up, bring our frequency, bring our vibration up to a level where we're like buzzing, and if we can do this on a daily basis, then that in itself will change your life if we do it consistently. Think of it like going to the gym. When you work out, after you work out, you typically feel pretty good. Go for a walk, right? Take a walk in the sun. If the sun's out, it's raining out here in Utah today, but if you have the sun, like it's great to just take a walk. Meditation, sitting with yourself, having a guided meditation, or just sitting, listening to your own thoughts and letting yourself feel the things you gotta feel, listening to your favorite song, music, sing, dance, sing in the shower, dance like nobody's watching on your own time. These are all little things that you can do on a consistent basis to build and create higher energy frequencies and vibrations on a daily basis. And the more consistent you do it, the more you will feel better and feel good most of the time. And I think another thing is, practicing gratitude, right? Like I've been really practicing gratitude a lot. Just what am I thankful for, right? In the morning when I wake up, what am I thankful for? At night, what am I grateful for? And not just like, because I used to do gratitude a lot, like gratitude journal, and I would just do it like almost like a homework assignment, where I'm just writing like 10 things I'm grateful for. And I'm just writing it to write it. But you really want to find gratitude from your heart, right? Feel it inside. And that makes a whole difference. And you can start small, you can start big, doesn't matter. Just every day I am grateful. I always start with kind of my daughter because I'm super, super grateful. It's so easy for me to tap into that gratitude. And then from there, I also am grateful for my life, for this morning, a new day. I get to explore who I am, what I want to experience in this world. I'm grateful for all this technology. I'm grateful for having a roof over my head, the food, not having to, worry about all these other things that I can worry about that I used to worry about, right? Where the money's going to come from. Like I can go into that, right? Where, oh no, my health and this and that. So I find that being grateful is a great way to raise your energy and your frequency and vibration. And I encourage you all to find something, take a couple things, taking a walk outside, listening to your favorite music, song or music, like make it a habit, do it daily. and check in with yourself every so often, every hour, every couple hours. Like, how are you feeling now? Scale of 1 to 10. Okay, cool. I'm at a 2 or a 3. Like, I'm just feeling really crappy. Okay, no problem. Like, you can acknowledge feeling crappy, feel it, and then what can you do to make you feel a little better? What would it take to get you from a 2 to a 3 or a 3 to a 4? Right? Listening to a song, taking a walk, journaling, something, right? And just make that a habit. So that's it for this video. I hope this helps a little bit, but yeah, just really understanding that everything is energy and we can change our energy and our frequency and our vibration by doing different things. Okay, so hope that helps. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.